can I do for you?
Listen, I just got the tap on my shoulder, and we've got some risk over here that we need to move. So today it looks like my loss is your gain.
What kind of size we talking?
Should be on your screen. I just sent it.
Jesus, where does this land?
96 on the dollar.
91.
All three, and we're done at 94.
93 and a half.
Done.
Trading.
Hello, gorgeous.
Will, what's happening over there?
Well, today's moving day.
Fuck are you guys so worked up about?
You think they tell me anything? All I know is that today my loss is your gain. Now you're a friendly, so I'm coming to you first. I got 270 miller, 15-year, paying out a 1.5 above par.
Where's it from?
Where's it from? Do you care?
No, not really. Now, where's the trade? Now, I'm hearing things
Alexis,
and you guys are
I'm
scaring.
only
All right, I can't remember if that's from The Big Short or Wall Street or the movie Margin Call. I can't really remember, but you get the point. BYND today, just ripping to the upside, and the fact that I'm actually still smiling now means that I somehow survived it. I've widely publicized that I'm short the strangle, and it's, it was pushing the upper bound. So what did I do? Well, this morning I was short the 270 strike in BYND. So this morning I rolled it up to the 300 strike. And I also rolled my puts that I was short up. So instead of being short the 115 puts, now I'm short the 130 puts. On top of that, I firmed up my downside. We can pull up the screen of where we are right now in this monster. But look, after the close, the thing just exploded to the upside. Look at this. Closes 222. Boom, goes to 234. Up 12 after the close. Now it's pulled back a little bit. You got to think that people were short this, got margin calls, and were forced to cover. You got to think that's what some of this is, at least. When you get a situation where you're short and stuff happens unexpectedly, a lot of times if the brokerage can't get a hold of you, then they will actually just cover for you. So, for example, to be short BYND, to be short at a price of like 200, you have to put up less collateral than to be short at 230. So the higher it goes, the more money you need to have in your account. And it's similar with being short options. The higher this goes, the more I've had to have in my account to be short the out of the money calls. But you got to think that people are like panicking. There's just not enough sellers is what it comes down to. And those people who wanted to sell it kind of already did, that sort of thing. And this thing has just ripped to the upside. And I'm proud of my trading today in that I have gotten smaller as things went on. I did lose a little bit of money early on, but I was able to catch a little ride here. So, for example, I bought, in the middle of the day, I bought some of these August. Well, I'm just playing one lots on this because I'm scared. But I bought an August 240 call. I paid $8.50 for it. And at the time, the market was $8.20 bid, and there was a 10 lot in the book at $8.50, and I was scared. But I waited like 3 minutes, and the stock rallied like $3. It went from like $2.16 up to $2.20, and so I was able to. What my goal was to leg into the 240 265 call vertical because it helps my upside if I buy some call spreads. And I was saying, well, I can either just buy it outright or I can try to leg into it. And I decided I'd try to leg into it because, well, the stock just looked really strong to me. And I figured, well, if it goes against me, I'm not losing too much. I'll just sell. I'll just hit the bid on the other call. So once again, I was trying to buy the 240 calls. Right now they're showing 1030 bid at 1160. But at the time they were like 820 bid at 850. So I paid $8.50 and it went in my face for about 5 minutes, and then the thing started rallying again. And once it was up a few bucks, then I offered these August 260 calls. At the time, the 260 calls were trading like, I think they were like 560 bid at 630. So I offered them at 6 for a second, then I offered them at 590, and I got filled at 590. So it was a good spread, 840 versus 590 in the 265 call. So that was a good spread for me. And once again, it's helping protect me to the upside because I'm buying an out of the money call vertical and legging into it at good prices. Now, what I was doing all day is I kept pulling out my Analyze tab and trying out different trades. Like, oh, if I do this, if I try this trade, how's it going to affect my risk? And a lot of what I was looking at here, which I'm in the way of again, of course, is this this number PNR. How much does it have to go out for my account to get in big trouble? And right now, I came into the day where a 40% up move was going to really hurt me. Now it's up to like a 60%, almost 65% up move would hurt me the most. My downside is totally covered now. I went ahead and I bought. So this 2 August is the earnings week next week. So I went ahead and I bought I bought an August 137 put. I bought the August 140 put. I can't remember what I paid. I paid somewhere between 50 and 70 cents for this 140 put, and I think I paid 55 cents for the 137 put, and I paid 40 cents for the 133 put. So anyways, my downside is kind of protected here. Right on the close with that rally, I bought in. I was short in November. I was short. I think at one point I was short 4 of these November 300 calls. Right on the close, I bought 1 in, which was great because it basically just takes my risk off to the upside. To the downside, I am short these November puts, but I've bought those August puts against them, so they're protected to the downside there with the August puts. But it seems like a great deal to me. You sell one of these puts for like, $19, $20, and you buy protection against it for like 40 cents. Seems like a great do to me. And as we roll higher, it becomes a better and better do. But, my risk here, once again, is just short these 2 calls, the no 300 calls. Now we're $60 away right now, or $70 away from them right now, which to me seems like a lot. It seems like it would be hard for this to rally another additional 60% from how much it's already come up. I mean, additional 60% from where it's already come up would be, let's take a look, would be 363 if this went up to 363. That seems kind of ridiculous that this thing would go to 363. You never know. I mean, it's been acting pretty crazy, but that would be a whole other new level of ridiculousness. If we look, here's the chart since it started trading a few months ago, and it's essentially just straight up. And yeah, it could continue, but I suspect that this move today is the biggest move we'll have around earnings time right now. But I'm certainly cautious to the downside here. Although when you're trading one of these things, you just need to be disciplined. Keep your deltas tight. My deltas, I never let them get beyond, let's say, when we're in the trading day, I let them get up to like 30 deltas. But overnight, I never let them get beyond 20 deltas one way or another. And I'm looking at my risk on each side. And yeah, my account would be in trouble if this was up 67%. But we'll see how it goes. I've got 2 more days till earnings actually come out. And I find it doubtful that people would really move this like 50% before the earnings actually even come out. It's possible on earnings something like that happens, but some of the most remarkable action was today, and personally, I'm just happy that I kind of was able to leg into some stuff, and because the account, when you're short Vega, which I'm short this November Vega, volatility was going higher today, and it's obviously going to go lower once earnings come, but each time it cranks higher, then it's going to show losses. So I was able to make up for any volatility losses by legging into stuff, which is good. But and it looks like the stock is back down from where it was. It did get up to 234. Now it's down to 226. But scary day. I actually, it's an exciting stock to trade, but it's hard because you don't want to get caught holding the bag because this premium is so expensive, and being short it is very risky. So you got to just stay tight and small. And once it starts making a move one way or the other, maybe you can just jump on for a little of that move. But, my thing with this is to keep very, very small. I don't have a lot of capital to play with. Keep very, very small and very, very disciplined. And we'll see what happens from there. But, yeah, crazy action today. We will have an interview tomorrow bringing to you. I'm not going to go live with it, but hopefully we'll have it out for you over the weekend sometime. And let's see, what are you guys trading today? Is anybody on this BYND train with me? I suspect most people who are watching this are actually just trading UVXY and whatnot, which has been having a great run down, of course. So, yes, Tilray 2.0. Exactly. And, the crazy thing is also that the market was down today overall. But yeah, we have seen a pop in the VVIX and a little bit of a pop in the VIX today. Let's take a look at VIX Central. And we are in contango of almost 9%, and the roll yield is over 2 points, and so this looking like a healthy short rate at this moment. Now, several people have made the point that right when it seems like it's the best time to be short, something seems to happen. But with that all being said, the edge is still here to be short, definitely right now. And the lack of anything else happening, this seems destined to be moving lower. And that's kind of where we are. UVXY today, we did get a little bit of a pop in the VIX. There was a big order in VIX calls and the actual VIX options on the futures. There was a buyer of the 28 calls. Let's take a look at barchart.com to check out that activity. They paid 70 cents for these calls. Let me pull up exactly which call it was for you. I believe it was the 28 call, but I'm not sure which month. So let's take a look here. So active options, and we're going to go to ETFs. And it's showing VXX, but I'm looking for VIX here. So let's see. And beyond that, we have other earnings coming out. Google, Amazon. There's all kind of stuff going on in the market right now. It certainly isn't like just a dull moment. I seem to be having a hard time finding these VIX options. What if I just type VIX in here? What will happen? All right, here we go. Option prices, and it's not going to work, is it? Okay, anyways, there was unusual activity in VIX. Let me tell you about it. They came and they bought out of the money calls in VIX. They bought the 28 strike. They paid 70 cents a bunch of times. So I think that is probably just somebody hedging their long portfolio. So it's not super surprising or anything like that, but it certainly did happen today, and it is out there in the VIX. So there you go. And beyond that, UVXY now is trading down toward the lows again after, it was a little bit of a pop today, up $1, but with the VIX being up 67 cents, and VVIX was up like 2 points at one point today, but VVIX end of the day just up 41 cents. As we look at the chart of UVXY, we continue that down move, and this should stay in effect until something changes. I currently have no position in UVXY, however. I've been focused on other things, but certainly it appears that we are going to continue lower, and this could become a new kind of a renaissance, if you will, in UVXY. As I pull up just options activity, we can see July 42 puts traded 400 times mid-market. I'm sorry, July 24 puts traded sort of mid-market 400 times, so that's not really significant. All right, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on the Short Vol Show live. Please consider donating to Patreon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.